Woo! Sorry about that, everybody. Welcome to Dynasty Racing League. We are finally live after numerous attempts at trying to go live, and the program for the overlays would not work. We got it up and going now, so we are live. However, we are 19 laps in, and what is the biggest race of the season, and it had to happen. We just had a caution here on lap 19. Jordan Gonzalez, Landon Lacey was involved, but welcome to the booth. First off, I'd like to welcome two guys that's with me. David Wellborn, Derek Pemberton. Guys, what did you all see on that wreck? I was getting everything ready, so what else did you see?
Landon got loose coming through turn number 4. He's already done it a couple of times already throughout this run. And right there, he was just a little bit up out of the groove, made contact with the 17. The 9 got involved, 28 got some damage. And then right at the very end, trying to get a new type machine. Oh, Alex Tilley has a ton of machine to his Ford. So I think I see about 4 cars total involved.
David, let me ask you real fast. Derek,
besides that, I think we're good.
David, let me ask you, coming in tonight, big things for these guys. We didn't get the pre-race, of course, because of all the stuff that was going on my end. We see Daniel Hallis exiting, or actually missed his pit box, so he's actually won the race off pit road. Eric Wolf, Anthony Burrows, both of these guys. Eric needs to win or have a good run compared to Anthony. What's it going to take for him to be able to get this done tonight?
Well, to be honest with you, I've been watching the practice for a while, and Eric's kind of got a handle on it, but Anthony, he's going to have to wreck. That's all it is. He's going to end up having to wreck and finish 6th or worse in order for him to lose his championship.
Well, let's be honest. That's almost, I don't want to say impossible, but we haven't seen it yet this season. So we'll see how this plays out for all these guys. I mean, anything could possibly happen. It's racing, and that's one thing about racing. And not only that, we've seen how many races this season be close time and time again. And you just never know. Eric knows what he's up against. But my personal opinion on all this, with what's going on with Eric and Anthony and all them, Eric kind of put himself, and I hate to be mean and say it like this, but Eric kind of put himself in this position. Anthony's been the one that has constantly, week in and week out, been the guy to beat. And so it's no surprise that we see Anthony running for the championship and leading the points. I mean, he's got how many wins now? 7, I think.
He's got 8 wins and 3 poles out of 17 starts. But see, the thing is, there's only 4 points separating them.
Right.
So I may have miscalculated. He might have to finish 4th.
So 4th, and which Eric did lead a lap, which is a bonus point. Has Anthony led a lap?
I believe so. I'm looking now.
Yeah,
don't tell me that.
Yeah, he has not yet.
All the laps have been led by Eric.
Okay. So, yeah, guys, once again, sorry for being late with the broadcast. Some stuff happened with my program that you all see with the overlays, and it wouldn't work. I don't know why, and luckily David was nice enough to actually explain it, and I had to go back and do like 6 different things and try 6 different times. So, finally, we got it working. So, thanks again for tuning in for this championship race. This race is sponsored by Fastlane Complete Car Care. And we'll have some more information about them as well. So, yeah, now that I'm out of breath and everything's, I think, kind of semi-caught up, I think we're almost good to go with everything. I'm still trying to get my logos and stuff because everything literally deleted from my computer from doing the backup. Anyway, we're about to go back green this time. David, let me ask you, because you've raced with these guys this season. Especially on a place like this, how tough is Homestead? From what I'm seeing, this place is tough.
Well, the tires go away really, really quick. I was watching practice earlier, and Anthony and both Eric did them a really good long stint. Anthony went 52 laps.
Wow.
And then Eric went 3 stint, and that's a total of 2 seconds between start and finish.
Wow. So that's quite a bit. Yeah, I didn't realize you can go actually that long. So that's pretty interesting. All right, so the pace car is about to pull off here. This is going to be a big restart for Anthony. if he can get a better one than Eric, as the pace car does pull in.
Eric's gone.
And we are green flag.
Eric gets a nice jump.
I'll tell you about that 50-lap stint that Anthony did. He was so loose that he was scraping the wall coming off for the last 5 laps.
Well, let me ask you. I kind of ask both of you. I think I got an idea from what I'm seeing, because I haven't really got to watch a ton of practice because I was working on trying to get all this stuff set up. And anyway,
on the wall.
Is this
a
highline track? How do you go about attacking this track? Is it a highline track? Is it a middle group track? It's not a low line, obviously. We can see it now, but how do you go about attacking this place?
Well, for me, and from what I've been seeing from both, you take the turns and you eat the whole track up. But that white line is not your friend. There's a racing groove, and you can see it. And you'll see that Eric just got about half of his car down below that racing groove,
right,
but nowhere near that white line. And then you straight line it all the way down the wall, and you come back in and you do the same thing. You've got to go from high, low, high, low. You got to use the whole track in order for the car to rotate through these turns.
Derek, tires. David talked a minute ago. He's seen a couple of these guys go 50-something laps on a set of tires. Will we see tires come into play a little bit more and see these guys cut it early and come in like around lap 30, do you think?
Yeah, I'll be honest. For maybe the 2 other guys, I believe, that are still running for this championship, they've got to try something different. I mean, I honestly just look at just the sheer speed of 15 and 84, just too much. So I think you got to outsmart them, which I think that'll be tough too, because they're also really smart on when they want to bring it down. So I honestly think that tires can make tires could change who wins this championship, maybe.
Well, I'm sitting here looking right now, and that wreck took out a lot of good people. Landon Lacey, Jordan Gonzalez, who is running, but let's be real, the damage, not good. There's only 11 cars on the lap. And I looking through the field, there's some good guys. I'm not going to act like there's not. But I just don't see Anthony falling outside the top 5. That's just my opinion. I don't know if you guys think the same. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But really looking at who's in the race and where they're running and what kind of lap times they're running, I just don't know if they're the ones that's going to be able to jump up and push Anthony back even further. I think Anthony's going to have to make a mistake, like David said, in order for Eric to have a chance at this thing.
It's going to be a mistake or lap traffic one.
Yeah, and we've seen lap traffic happen before.
Let's don't count out Blake Griffin and Austin Hakes. I mean, I understand that they're only 29 and 31 points behind, but they're only 5 points separating each one of them for the podium position for third.
That's pretty big. That's still important. You still want to have a good finish.
If it was to finish right now, Austin Hakes would take third place.
And that's an interesting thing, too, if you think about it, because Blake's been up towards the front and points a little bit. And Anthony goes wide right there coming out of turn. I thought he got the wall, but he didn't. But Austin Hakes was a regular season champion. I'll be honest, me personally, I thought Austin would be the one to fight for a championship. This is just me. Because he was regular season champion. I thought it would come down between Anthony and Austin. Now, Derek actually mentioned that he thought Eric would have a chance. I remember that. So, I mean, Christopher what now, in third? Did he just take third?
Yeah, he's in third.
Yeah, he just took third. So we're seeing the groove move up a little bit. He actually ran a little bit higher. I don't know if he did it on purpose or not, but he actually ran a little bit higher in turn 1 and 2 or 3 and 4 that time.
So that's a fighting position between Blake Griffith, Austin Hakes, and Christopher for third, fourth, and fifth, and that's going to be a battle all on its own.
Yeah, Blake's about to lose 8th right now to Mike Springer. And I'm going to be honest, Mike's one of them guys that you can see where he's running on track. I'm not surprised to see him run the high lane. He is legitimately, in my opinion, the Kyle Larson of this series. You can see it right there, runs the high lane, now ducks to the inside of the 5 with the momentum off turn number 4. I'm a big fan of Mike Springer. I don't know how you guys feel about him. and he puts a slide job on right there on Blake. But I am a huge fan of watching Mike Springer drive any track. We've seen him do it numerous weeks come around the highway.
Yeah, but he's already got a fender smashed in.
He does. I see that. He's got a little bit of damage on that right side.
Oh yeah, that whole fender's caved in. And he's got
I believe that was damage from the wreck.
Oh, 10-4.
Does Blake have damage too? It looks like he's got damage on the left front.
Yeah, he does. Maybe he made a contact with the car. That definitely looks like, he made contact with the car. May actually could it have been. He's got damage on both sides.
That could have been from that wreck as well.
No, he didn't hit nothing. He was too far behind.
How big was that wreck? Because, okay, we missed, I think, like 17 laps. That wreck was pretty good size, apparently.
It took out for sure 4 cars. Had a total of 6 cars in it.
Wow.
And thing is, Blake Griffin wasn't one of them. I don't know where this rear damage came from. This left front damage, I think he hit another car. It may have been Mike. But besides that, I got no idea where that bumper damage came from.
Yeah, Zach, that's what I'm seeing too. Oh, okay. Got involved in the wreck.
Well, it's Anthony Burroughs is still hanging in right there, right around 1 second.
Yeah. That's what I'm seeing as well.
All he's got to really do is ride, and he's got this in the bag.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, as long as he, takes his time, even if he falls back a spot, it's still not going to hurt him. I mean, he's really going to have to, give up a lot, let's be honest.
He does need at least 1 lap led.
Yeah, that would help, yeah.
I don't know how, I don't remember the bonus point situation, but most laps led and laps led, it's going to be close.
Yeah, I think 1 lap led, I think, is an extra bonus point, and then a bonus point for most laps led. So, I mean, honestly, Eric could gain quite a bit. I mean, it could be if Anthony finishes outside of 3rd. Because if Eric goes out and leads this lap, and say Anthony don't lead a lap, which we find highly unlikely, to be honest, and then Eric picks up most laps led, that's 2 bonus points there, so he's only 4 behind coming in.
Whatever it is in position.
But then question, what if they tie?
I think it goes to most wins. Yeah.
And that would be Anthony.
Yeah, that would definitely be Anthony.
Wow. So pretty much Eric, he's not necessarily in a must-win, but it'd be better to just go on and win it.
Lap, he needs to win the race and all that good stuff. And pray Anthony finishes 3rd.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing as well.
I mean, my thing is, though, it is very likely, because, and of course, it's still early in the race. We just got underneath 100 laps to go. I mean, there's still enough time for, actually, in all honesty, both of these guys to just mollywop the wall, if we will.
Yeah, they really could. I mean, that's the thing, that's a chance you take, too. I think, especially at a place like this. I mean, if the groove moves up, that gives them even that much more, chance of hitting the wall. And it could hurt them if they even just touch it and get a little bit of damage. I mean, we don't really know what it's going to do.
These cars definitely start pushing and really, really get loose coming off the longer they run. I saw that between Eric and Anthony during practice.
And they had a long practice for people that don't know. They had, I think, an extra, 3 hours altogether?
Yeah.
And I think these guys was actually in here for a lot of that.
They were in here from the start.
So that goes to show you how bad they want to win it. Like, they want to win it. And, I mean, that's a big thing.
I heard something going on. Somebody said something in game, and I can't figure out what they're saying. It sounded like wreck.
There's something going on for 3rd. I don't see Clay Phillips.
Oh, 1 car, a lot of damage, blowing up.
Yep. He got the wall, didn't he?
Yeah.
Wow, he hit hard on the inside wall. That's Clay Phillips.
Oh, if it wouldn't have been for that front end hit, I think he would have been fine. It was actually about to be, but it
through that grass.
Yeah, well, the grass doesn't slow you down a whole lot.
Flew through that. They carry a lot of speed here, though. This is a fast track. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not personally a fan of Homestead, Like, honestly, I'm really not. I wish the championship race, even in NASCAR, was back at Atlanta.
Daytona.
Or it's something. Oh, Anthony got the wall, guys. He just
Major.
scraped it. Go ahead.
Wait, hold on. Let me check see if there's any damage so I can say my favorite saying. Major
Oh, well,
chase
he's about lost
implicate.
it.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is huge. Honestly, I'm just saying, if Anthony goes on to wreck it, Eric, I don't think he would, but Eric could lift off the gas at that point.
Yeah, I agree.
He can get off the gas and just run. All he needs to do is run laps and just don't give Anthony a chance.
Yeah. I mean, depending on how bad Anthony wrecks it, and I honestly, I hope he don't wreck it. I do want to mention that. But right now, he's really fighting coming out of 4 every time. He about did.
I mean, they're on a 24 lap run. Actually,
Yeah, but
who was that?
the thing about it is he during all practice always looked like he was fighting the wheel.
Really?
Yeah, he stayed right there with Eric as far as times are concerned.
Let's go on board and ride with Anthony Burrows.
But he really saws on the wheel.
Shot.
Yeah, he really works that thing out of 4. Good Lord.
I think he's got no choice, I think, at this point, though.
Well, one thing we know, Anthony's a wheelman, and I'm going to be honest, that's probably perfectly fine to him. Let's just be honest.
I don't know, because he's got a lot more damage than what I think he thinks.
He hasn't won this many races by accident, though.
True.
I mean, honestly.
But I don't think he's won that many races with this amount of damage at this type of track.
The only problem I've seen him have really trouble was Bristol.
Okay, but question, whoever runs good at Bristol?
Exactly. Well, and honestly, you know, guys, and y'all can say what you want, and David, you might agree with me, and Derek, you may as well too. If you go back to Bristol and Anthony Burrows won at Bristol, my personal opinion, that is what's going to cost Eric the championship, because Eric led out of 250 laps. Eric Wolf led 162. He should have won that race, and a lap car got in his way on with 3 laps to go.
Yep.
That will be the turning point in his championship. I'm just saying. If Eric goes on to lose his championship, and there's a chance he may, then Anthony's going to look back at Bristol, and Eric's going to look back at Bristol and be like, hey, that's what won or lost me the championship. It has to be.
Wait, question. Did we account for the win bonus?
Is there a win bonus?
Someone said it in the chat that there's a win bonus.
I don't know if there is for the chase. Let me find out, because I can find out. I got the schedule and stuff.
Because if there's a win bonus, that takes everything we just thought about out the door.
Okay, so driver bonuses. You get some for finishing a race. It's everybody here get it, unless something happens, they wreck out. Leading 1 or more laps, or the most laps, I mean. It looks like finish the race with 0 incidences. That could be a big one. That could be a bonus point for Eric, because Anthony's gotten into the wall already.
Yeah, and it's really starting to hurt him too.
Yeah, you can see it. He's struggling right now.
I was sitting there watching. He's driven into the wall and back straight away last 2 laps.
And guys, we're not saying this to throw Anthony under the bus. We're just pointing out the obvious. You see it, and because trust me, I like Anthony. I think he's a great driver, and he's got really high. Ooh.
Oh.
Gosh.
You know, one thing I wish you could have is that chase.
Yeah.
But that means you had to have to operate it the entire time.
Well, see, I wish we had the live time and chase stats. I don't know how to program it because I'm no programmer. There is a way, but like I said, I don't know how to program it. And I think it's all done through Google spreadsheets. But somebody, I think, has got to constantly update it for it to be live.
Right.
So, you know, I'm not 100% sure how. Like, I'm going to be honest. So right now, this is a pretty interesting fact. I think this is the first time out of this entire chase we've had 5 chase contenders run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty interesting. That's during a race. Most of the time they're spread out somewhat. So, and Blake Griffith's right now at 8th. So that would be our 6th chase contender. Oh, Anthony, I thought he lost it.
Honestly, Anthony, I think he just needs to back way off and wait for the yellow. Usually, I'm not the type of guy that likes to play conservative here, but I'm sorry, Anthony. You're running for a championship. You got to slow it down, bud. I'm sorry.
I agree with slowing it down 100% because he's still got a 5-second gap right now over Austin. Is it 5 seconds? Yeah, 5 seconds. So, how conservative do you really want to be right now? Like, I'll be honest, I don't think you're going to pit anytime. I think we're going to run it full. I think that's what David talked about. I think they did a field run, and I would not be surprised to see it go 52 laps or whatever.
If it goes 52,
I don't think we're going to have a caution unless something happens. Like, I'm going to be honest, they're so spaced out. I mean, there's a couple guys that's kind of close. But we got a good battle right here, by the way, 4th.
If everybody rides the 52 laps, you can guarantee it'll be a caution before then. Because them cars are going to be so loose to hold on to. Somebody will lose it coming off.
So we got a side-by-side 4th place. This is Aaron James and Chris Stouffer. And at the moment, they're still side-by-side. Chris right now is going to use the high line to try to pass. And honestly, looking at the lap times, though, nobody's really compared to our top 2. Like, they're way faster than the rest of the field. I mean, they're the only ones in 29 right now. So, Aaron James puts pass on for 4th, and he slides up. He's going to be able to hold it. So, yeah, I mean, we only got 8 cars on every lap. Like, honestly. And, you know, that's not great by any means. It's really not, because I'm sure, you know, the league admins, but you can't help people wreck either. And that's part of it. When we had 19 people, I think, start the race, I believe. Give or take. You know, actually, no. We had,
I was sitting here thinking, if I was Anthony, I'd come in and pit.
Yeah, I agree. I like the idea of pitting early. Personally, because you're going to have so much more fresher tires. And I think you'll just be able to click time off.
But my thing is, though, Anthony's got actually the 83 on pit road.
I think that's definitely scheduled. Well, the 83?
Yep.
Oh, John Mullen.
John Mullen.
Yep.
But him's 1 lap down. But my thing is, though, Anthony's just got too much damage, I think.
Well, I'm going to be honest, even right now, my personal opinion, if these guys keep going lap down, it don't matter if Anthony pits or not. Because they're going to be so far behind, he's not going to really lose anything. I mean, what, we got 7 cars on the lead lap right now?
Yes.
With the exception of John Mullins, who's a lap down, but we know he'll get his lap back once these guys pit. So we'll go ahead and just say 8. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, if I'm personally, but the thing is, you really can't slack off too much because if Eric does go on to lead most laps, which it looks like he's going to, let's just be honest. My personal opinion, if he leads 10 more laps, I think he's going to lead the most laps. And then if he finishes the race with 0x and stuff like that, no incidences. I mean, right now it's only like a point difference if that's the way it works out. I personally think Anthony's going to stay out 1 more lap whenever the 84 pits, unless the 84 is going to force the 15 to pit first.
I think that's what he's got to do is force him to pit.
Yeah.
And hope, because here's my thing. It will, honestly, I think this will require, you know, Anthony to finish 3rd, to just keep Eric, and it's over. So I think what Eric hopes for is that the lap that he forces Anthony to pit, he waits till he puts him a lap down, then a yellow comes out. Because
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was pretty much done.
That won't work either because he'd be the first car lap down and he'd get his lap back. Yeah, but here's another thing.
You're not helping me.
I ain't trying to. Here's the thing. Eric's got to make a perfect pit stop.
Yeah. He can't slide or anything.
He can't slide. He can't miss his pot. He can't back up. Nothing. He's got to be perfect. And
yeah,
Anthony, he's got to blow it.
Eric, honestly, don't have a buffer. Anthony does have a small buffer, no matter what. He does. Eric has to be perfect all night long.
And his times are still good. I mean, he's only 2.3 seconds back.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely not losing much. I mean, looking at the fast times, I mean, they're about even. What the
We're
lap
looking
times
at
are
10 laps to go before they have to pit.
Yeah. So
They go.
for guys that don't know, David's going to be running the Winter Series. We're going to be broadcasting the Winter Series. When does that start? Do you know?
Coming into pit road now.
15 on pit road.
There you go. And he has to enter on the backstretch, guys, for people that don't know, in turn 3. So you could lose it there, and it could hurt you.
Oh, was he hot? Oh, he looked like he was fast.
He was pretty fast coming in, yeah.
84 pitting this time. Pit road speed is 50.
Yeah, Anthony was really. Oh, he may have just got it right there. He went 54 for a second, or 52. I mean.
Depends where the timing line's at for him. And Eric is
on pit road now.
In pit road and good.
See, that's a smart move by Eric pitting now, though, instead of waiting a few more laps. So Anthony's down the way, so he did not get a black flag. 14.1 is what I'm seeing, Derek. And David, I don't know if that's what y'all see as well, but I'm seeing 14.1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But my thing is, he'd have to come in this time, but I'm not hearing nothing, so we'll see.
Yeah, the 84 on pit road.
This is gonna be close.
Yeah, Eric's definitely got to get out in front of Anthony. Yeah, see, that's going to help a lot. Really, and if you look at 36.6 on pit road total time to a 37.1.
I don't think it's going to be enough because here
I don't know if
Anthony.
I don't know if Eric's going to be able to hold it. I don't know. I think he might have it. He's up to speed almost, so yeah, he'll keep it.
He'll barely skate on by. So wait, who technically led that last lap?
Aaron James led the last lap. Yeah, Aaron James led the last lap. Mike Skinner's still out, and these guys could go a little bit further if they choose to. I will say that
if you're not in the championship, I don't really think you care.
Yeah, I agree.
Honestly, about when you run that T. You're just out here to have fun, log laps, try not to kill the chase guys.
And he didn't even bother trying to fix any of the damage on his car.
Which I think is a big mistake, I would think.
I mean, it definitely could be. I'm just wondering if he knows that he can't give up any more time. I mean,
maybe
the damage wouldn't give up any more time, but you know.
I'm going to say, will hurt anything here? I don't think so, but...
One car, Blake Griffin, is still out on the track 46 laps into his stint. And he's leading the lap now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say Blake Griffith takes over the lead. He's ran
back in too.
Yeah, he's ran 46 as well.
Yeah, so he's the last one. He's the last one that has not, actually pitted.
Yeah. Correct.
John Mullins did make up a couple spots though from doing that though. He picked up 3 spots, it looks like.
Yeah, but he's just a ton of actually really. He's just a lot of laps. He's like 6 laps ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, he's 6 laps ahead, which overall it's going to balance out, and he'll go back probably a couple spots. But it could work for him at the end, overall.
I mean, looking at it right now, John Mullins is going to hit the start-finish line right now. He just now hit the start-finish line. He's a half a straightaway back. I'll tell you one thing, though. Right here could be a big thing, too, with all these lap cars that these leaders are about to have to encounter.
Yeah.
Traffic.
Yeah, and we mentioned that could play a factor.
All it takes is one mistake from somebody not paying attention. I can't believe Blake's still out there.
I'm going to be honest, me neither. Hey, and we're thinking they can only go to 52, right? That's what
I'm going to 54 the most because, I mean, it was really loose for Anthony Burroughs at 52.
Okay, and they can't have a ton of fuel left in the car anyway.
I don't know what the fuel stand is, but I don't think I'd want to be out there more than 54 laps on a finish car.
Blake Griffith can now make it the rest of the way. I don't know about everybody else.
Can he really make it the rest of the way?
Anybody can make it the rest of the way.
Blake can make it. I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah, let's see. How many laps
And
did
then
actually do?
Blake will
Everybody else,
be good.
everybody else, I don't even know if Blake can make the rest of it. We still got 65 laps remaining.
Do we really? Is my math that far off?
64, yeah.
40. Oh, yeah.
We're gonna be one more stop at least.
Yeah, I think they're definitely gonna have to stop one more time.
How's my math that? Wait, no, fit. Yeah, okay, yeah. Sorry about that. I don't know what I was thinking.
It's fine.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking if Blake Griffith can make it to, I would say, 77.
He saved it. Wow, the 9 literally just saved that in front of Eric.
He's had a lot of damage from the first wreck. Now, here's the thing. Everyone's holding their breath about this 15 now, trying to get around him.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been like that all for the chase. I think 2 races so far, it's been a lap car out of the 5 chase races, now 5 race chases. And 2 times it came down to lap traffic. So
actually, Blake Griffith, not too far behind, guys. He is well off the pace, so I think he may have just hit the wall.
Possibility.
He was really slow going through 4. Now that could have been
all that
interview.
All that happened in front of Eric slowed him down because Anthony.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa! 7 made a huge move on the 5 there. Really forced the 5 up.
Of course, Blake yet to be on pit road, so we're kind of watching that as well. You got
honestly, I'm telling you, he's trying to make it.
The 9 almost lost coming off 4 right in front of Anthony.
Yep.
Ooh, like I said, to be holding our him.
All right, guys. Sorry about the lag, by the way. It's where I just loaded everything up. So we'll be right back. We'll get a quick commercial break in. We'll be right back from the Homestead Miami Speedway Fastlane Complete Car Care 200 for Dynasty Racing League. We'll be right back right after this. Pretty big. Alright, guys, welcome back to Fastlane Complete Car Care 200. We just did our math, and from what we're estimating, Eric will be your champion if he wins this race. And if Anthony wins, he's going to be your champion. Because we was looking at the driver's bonuses during the thing, and they was I got my 2 math wizards over here, and they was adding it all up. And we do have a 3-point race winner bonus. So right now, Eric Wolf has the most laps led, which is a bonus point. Leading a lap, which is a bonus point. And if he wins, that'll be 3 bonus points, so which is 5.
That's 5. And so far, what we're seeing
Plus
is
the
0x,
extra
so
point,
that's
by the way.
6.
Plus an extra point for, well, a less point for Anthony because he would finish second if that's how he finishes.
Eric will win it by 1 point if he wins the race.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too.
Boy, oh boy, talk about some TV drama. Now, just to mess with everything, Anthony Burrows stays out somehow and leads a lap under a yellow if we get one.
Then it ties.
Yeah,
and then it goes to Anthony Burrows.
Yeah, Eric don't need a caution. Like, let's be honest.
No, Eric don't. Like, if you guys wreck, I will be sending everything to y'all's houses, and I hope it all blows up.
I will tell you this right now. We only got 6 cars on the lead lap from what I'm seeing. And that's about to go even more. Because Mike
right. That's crazy. I mean, Anthony, all he got to do is lead a lap.
Yeah.
Now, he don't even have to win the race.
That's got to be like, you know, right up there because you want it so bad and it's right there in front of you, you can't catch him.
Wait, did you count the 4X as well? Did we count the 0X point?
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Wait,
we did? Okay. I don't think we counted it because let's see, 3 for the win, 1 for the most for a lap, 1 for the most amount. That's 5. Sure, was there another one we used for 6?
Finishing the race completely. That's a point.
Yeah.
6. So even if Anthony was to lead a lap, and if Eric Wolf has 0X, which I'm pretty sure he does,
Anthony needs to lead a lap. Like, end of story. He needs to lead a lap.
Leading a lap helps him a ton here.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it's going to be enough, though. I think he's got to go into the race.
With you guys, and I don't know how y'all are going to feel about this, and I want to get y'all's thoughts. If I'm Anthony, I'm pitting super early.
Just inside the fuel window.
Yeah. As soon as I'm in that fuel window, I'm pitting because I think I can make up enough time while Eric's still out there on, you know, a few lap older tires enough to lead a lap.
Honestly, then Anthony needs to be pitting the next 5 laps.
That's why I wish the sim apps was working. I'd be able to tell you who's got an incident or not.
Yeah, and I don't have it on this. It don't show us on this, which I wish it did.
Well, it wouldn't anyway because of the P.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So, yeah, guys, about to lag. Sorry about that. It's lagging a little bit because I had to restart everything. As soon as I restarted, I mean, I booted everything up, so it's laggy a little bit. I do apologize. It ain't real bad, but hope it ain't bad on y'all's end. It may not be, but still, it's annoying to me.
But yeah, I think Anthony needs to come down pit road. If that is the case, Anthony needs to be on pit road no later than lap 93. 93, I think at that point, you leave too much of a leeway for Eric.
Or do you want to be like Anthony and just stay out when Eric does pit?
I think Eric would just force him.
Would you do that instead of pit?
I would. I'd stay out and get my point.
I think I would go ahead and try to force it because I don't know if pitting early you're still going to, you know, get that guaranteed lap. Like you need something that's going to guarantee you a lap lead.
Honestly, though, I think it's going to come.
Guarantee him a lap is for Eric to come in before he does, and he stay out.
Exactly.
And honestly, if Eric's smart, he won't let that happen.
If I'm Anthony right now, you got such a big advantage. I'm saving gas. Like I'm saving it just in case there's a chance I could run out. I'm saving some just to make sure that Eric has to pit.
Or Rick going into the pits causing a caution.
Yeah. Wow. This is a pretty intense race, guys. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm gonna be honest, it ain't surprising. Like honestly, all these chase races have been insane between these two guys. And I mean honestly, it's been a 2-man show for the chase. Like let's be honest. But it ain't no surprise to see it come down to like this. And I think it's a perfect fitting to the end of the season for these guys. So if anybody is interested in joining the league, they do run a Winter Series league that will be broadcasted by David. And the next season don't start back until February, I think. But the Winter Series is just going to be just as good. I forgot what cars it is.
I think we're doing Xfinity, Cup, and trucks for the 3 series.
Okay. So that's a big thing, and that'll be really fun. And it starts here soon, I believe. So
it will start after the Winter Series, first of the year.
Yeah. When the Winter Series starts on what date?
Yeah, the 21st.
So,
which is just 2 weeks away, by the way.
so that's gonna be fun. You'll get to watch me win every race,
Ha,
Yeah.
or probably wreck out every race. I don't know yet. It
probably.
depends which good Adam shows up. Is it gonna be the good one, or is it gonna be the one that's blind and can't see nothing?
You need me to hand you my nickname, Wallbound?
Hey, no. My name is Derek the Wall Pemberton / hashtag I'm the Wall, hashtag I'm famous, all this other stuff.
And for guys that is wondering, we'll put the link to the description or to the winter series on TRM for David's channel as well. That way you all can follow him. He's going to do a good job. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do.
I'm going to try anyway.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You've done a good job doing this for the last 2 weeks. You've done a really good job, so wouldn't expect any less, to be honest. So,
Anthony just hit the damn wall again. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good, man. You're good. You're good. That ain't that bad. It's okay. I've had it way worse. Way worse.
I know what he's hitting to.
Yeah, him hit the wall. Yeah, that's something he don't want to do.
I just looked up, and all of a sudden, he was all in it.
Oh, that car. Oh, Anthony. That ain't no.
I'm going to be honest. He's struggling right now. He said that told us last week he's not good at Homestead. He said he struggles here.
I mean, I would hate to say this, but I'm surprised, last week out, he didn't try to force Eric to finish more spots back. Just to give him even more of a buffer.
And y'all can say what y'all want, but going to the chase next year, because we're going to actually have rounds, if Anthony returns, I think it hurts him in a way.
Yeah.
Because with the regular season like we got right now,
17's in the wall.
That could be big.
Tried to give room and just roll into the wall. He did a good job not coming back down in front of him.
Michael Causey in 13.
Yeah.
Got wrecked out pretty early in. He was him and Landon were the cause of the first yellow.
And he's going to make up a couple of spots. He's got a chance to make it into the top 11. He's not going to make it top 10, but he does got a chance to make it to 11. We also got to 84 5 Max Springer right now, by the way. Springer's not letting it go easy.
Yeah, Springer's not giving it up.
He reminds me a lot of Ryan.
No, Eric, don't go up and give him a bump. You need 0x, bud.
Yeah, see, that would be horrible. Like, that would be bad. Max Springer reminds me of Ryan Newman right now. He's not going to give it up easy.
No, and he shouldn't have.
No, he's not going to.
I mean,
he's still here to win.
And Eric just can't get to his inside. Actually, I think he may get it right there, but I don't even know if that'll be enough.
Mike does a good job on running that higher line.
Yeah, I think right here Eric's going to clear him. He's going to actually run him in the wall, pretty close to it at least.
There's 2 by 2 in front of him.
Yeah, that's something else to watch out for. And that's for position
honestly,
as well,
though,
I think, right?
Honestly, though, Anthony is just
blown
dropping.
up. Jordan Gonzalez is blown up. He actually wrecked.
That was so close. Pulled the crossover on Eric. And he almost ate his rear end up.
See it right here on what happened. We watched the crossover move that David was just talking about. Here comes the 84. And, whoa, yeah. Yeah, that was close. That was very close.
By the way, don't be surprised if we see maybe actually 15 pit road this time. I was just about to say it.
So,
Eric Wolf coming to pit road this time.
Eric's definitely coming to pit road. You know he's coming to pit road. But I'm going to be honest, Eric ain't going to lose the lead. There's no way, because he had a 5-second gap. Now, unless something happens here on the access road, which
I was just about to say,
which could happen.
I was just about to say, we're halfway on this run. We're getting close to the halfway point of them making it to pit road, or from them making it to the end.
And he did make it, by the way. He did not speed.
This is huge here. Huge stop.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I just don't know. And Anthony had a solid stop. He had the same stop he had last time, a 14.1 from what I'm seeing.
So he took 4?
Yeah, he did take 4. See, honestly, 2 may not even be a bad call. You gotta lead a lap. Like, you have to try something different.
But leading 2 here could potentially take you out of second. Anthony in turn 3.
That's
Coming
2
in
and
turn
2.
4. Eric's going to get away cleanly.
Identical stops, by the way.
Yep.
Same time.
14.0 and 14.1.
Same stops.
Not going to be enough. I think Eric's got this one. He just needs to keep that car clean for the rest of the way, and I think he may got it.
Yeah, the only thing Eric's really got to worry about, besides staying focused and hitting his marks, he does got to worry about the lap traffic. And right now, the closest lap traffic to him, it looks like they're still kind of far away.
Honestly, there's going to be one guy that I think could still throw a spoiler in this championship.
Who's that?
And he's not even in the chase.
Oh, you're thinking of Aaron. You're thinking of what's his name? No,
Griffith.
I thought. Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. He is in the chase, by the way, but he's not.
Well, okay.
Playoff.
He's not in the chance to.
Well, you know what? It don't even matter.
They'll catch him beforehand.
They already passed him. He was a lap down.
Well, never mind. Screw that.
Yeah, he's still a lap down.
He got no pressure.
Yeah, him staying out as long as he did last time, I think, kind of hurt him.
Yeah, but he had to try it.
Yeah, I don't blame him at all for trying it. You got to try something. I mean, why wouldn't you?
And Eric, by the way, is pulling away from Anthony.
No, Eric does have his lap car.
Got several lap cars.
Yeah.
Leader on pit road. This is it.
And then he's got 2, including a lead lap car, the number 5, Blake Griffin, going into turn number 1. Actually, in the middle of turn 1 and 2 right now.
32 laps away. Or, yeah, is it 32 or 33? 32 laps away from a champion. Okay, well, 33 laps away from a champion being crowned here.
Come to 32.
Adam, you just...
It's somewhere around 30 laps, gentlemen.
Yeah, let's just say that we're underneath 33 laps to go left in this race.
That's funny.
Oh, 5! Oh, I thought the 5 was about to come down. Oh.
I thought 66 was going to spin it up in front of him.
Mm.
He got a little sideways coming off.
And honestly, right now, Eric wants to get the crap away from all cars.
Yeah,
I had to
I
think
agree.
about that for a second.
He really needs...
Oh, he blinked. Oh, no.
Yeah, he's blinking.
Oh, no.
That's the last thing he needs.
Lose internet connection.
Lord, Anthony got his fingers crossed. He's cheering. He's got to be. I'm checking right now. Eric's 108.
Yeah, he's okay. He'll go back down. So Anthony's
at 400
cars now. He just got around to 5 of Blake Griffin. He does have the 66 up in front. It's amazing that these guys have lapped the entire field.
Yeah, I was about to say it's only coming down between these two. So pretty much, here's your. I mean, we already knew this coming down was going to come down to these two, but here it is.
All in his way.
Yep. Yeah, 83 not making it easy for the 84. That actually allowed Anthony to catch up a little bit. Eric's blinking.
Oh no.
Again. That's the last thing he would need.
Eric is saying, can lap 33 hurry up and get here?
Yeah, I agree.
See, John really done better and gave the high line.
Yeah.
It should have been.
Could have been catastrophic.
Yeah, if Anthony hadn't decided to slow up just a little bit and go high, see, I'd have panicked. I wouldn't have known if he was actually going to go up or not. Yeah, I would have too. Dude, you're in my way.
Yeah, I'd have run right back up. I ain't going to lie.
He'd have moved.
You know,
one way or another.
And as I mentioned, Anthony also won last week at Watkins Glen. And I'm going to be honest, that's another race that kind of pops into mind because Eric didn't have the greatest race. He finished 4th in that race. But Michael Causey actually led 40 laps out of the 50. Just saying, you know, I mean, I'm not saying Anthony's got lucky because it hasn't been luck. He's actually done really well on getting up there and doing everything himself. But if you look back at some of these races, Anthony's had a little bit of help along the way, I guess you could say. with a lap car at Bristol. Michael Causey, who honestly, he stopped.
That was
pissed.
lucky.
Yeah, he stopped when he actually, and Anthony didn't have to stop. So, and Michael almost caught him again. I mean, let's be honest, he almost passed him on the last lap. We've seen it. And, yeah, it was luck. I mean,
how big would that have been?
It would have been big. If Anthony wouldn't have won that race, he would have had to win this one. Which, right now, he's got to win anyway, from what we're thinking. So.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I'll tell you what, James has probably got that pencil working. He's got that eraser working. He's got everything working right now.
Yeah,
trying to figure this stuff out.
I don't want to sit there and say champion, you know what I mean?
That's just it. If Eric does go on to win, he can go on and celebrate the win.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Because I'm going to say, do we get told incidents as soon as they cross the line for checkered flag?
You can check, or I can check.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm about to say, because that right there is probably what's either going to win or lose his championship for Eric.
Well, see, right now, I'm in a process of talking with James Pandolf, who runs the league, with the help of admins as well. But I'm in the process of talking to him, and he's going to let us know everything as soon as it happens.
Gentlemen, can I give you a little surprise?
What?
The damage Anthony's got on his car, they didn't give him an incident for it.
Really?
Oh.
Nobody. It's not right.
Now, even if he didn't, though, are we still sure that that's enough for him to take the lead or points because the 3 bonus points for winning the race?
Yeah, because wait, that would give have given him 6 points for Eric. What was the point gap coming in?
4.
So let's just we
right
can take
now,
away
James just messaged me. He's writing all this stuff down right now. He's adding everything up, so we'll know right here in a second. He just.
I think Eric still got about 1 point.
Man, that's close.
Eric's got about 1 point. I would almost be certain.
Okay, so Eric right now got to pass Jordan Gonzalez. We see Jordan had a couple trouble here, but he's going to move out of the way this time. It looks like, which he's been moving out of the way anyway. He hasn't really, got up anybody's way. So he's doing a good job there by letting 84 go. And you don't want to be the guy that costs somebody their championship.
No, I don't want to be.
No, so you're going to race them cleaner, or I would. Anyway, I'm moving for them. Even if I don't like the guy that I'm racing. Not saying that I didn't like him or don't like Eric or anything like that, but even the guy I'm racing, I'm moving.
Well, we all know what Derek's going to do. He's going to just do whatever he wants.
Yeah. Let me bring in James Pandolf so we can get
I was about to start talking about a story.
Hey,
we'll get to that later.
James, you got me?
Hello, guys. Yes, sir. I have an update on the points if you guys would like to know.
Yes, sir.
Of course.
Looking at it right now, if everything stays the same right now, if Eric and Anthony both get 0x, those points are mute because they both receive them. If they both finish the race, those points are mute because they will both receive them. Right now, Eric will get 3 points for winning the race. He led a lap, and he'll get a bonus point for leading the most laps. So that is 5 bonus points, which will give him a 1 point advantage over Anthony for the championship.
Man,
I told you.
You're right.
I told you it'd be 1.
David and Derek did their mouth. We just out here contemplating it, man. And
so wait, did that mean that Anthony had the or Eric had the opportunity for 7 points? Because that's if
Anthony needed to lead a lap. He needed to lead a lap to win this championship.
Let me ask you guys a question right now, David and Derek, and James, if you want to chime in, you can as well. And I'm not taking anything away because the race is by far from over. We still got a few laps, of course, and Anthony could still win this thing. If Eric goes on to win this race, in y'all's mind, what is the winning move of the race? I got the
start.
The start, okay. Derek?
Him pitting on lap, them both pitting, on lap 94.
James, you have
it's forcing Anthony to pit first. That's the winning move of the race.
That's what I'm thinking too. I think it's pit stops.
Honestly, I think it was Eric winning the pole that really helped him out this race.
That's a big one too. I mean, mean, I agree. Man, I ain't gonna lie, it's been a heck of a race though. It's been good. Like I'm not surprised. Like I mean, some people watch and be like, "Hey, these guys are pretty good." Okay, I understand that, but they lapped the entire field. Um, but let's be honest. As crazy as this chase has been, or playoffs have been, and it's been a crazy playoff. Like it's been weird. Let's just be honest. Um, I don't think anybody can be surprised by the outcome if Eric does go on to win, or if Anthony somehow, you know, wins it. I don't think anybody'd be surprised. I mean, the two fastest guys in the season are winning, you know, or will win the championship. They have been. But let me ask James. Let me ask you, because you're the league owner, and of course you have help from admins as well. Is it an upset that Anthony don't go out and win the championship? Because he was the favorite.
I believe it will be, considering how many races he has won and how consistent he has been. But with the playoffs and how all the points reset, it really did give him a disadvantage. And Eric has been pretty stellar throughout the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, we're sitting here talking about, you know, some of the races, and I'm not taking nothing away from Anthony when I say this. As I said before, he's a great racer, and I mean, he's, you know, it wouldn't surprise anybody if he does win. It comes back to, if honestly, the points, in my personal opinion, would not be that close if you think about going back to Bristol. By the way, the 15 just got in the wall a little bit again with the back end. But now we're 3 wide, I think. Get ready to hit in turn 1. Almost 3 wide. Get ready. We'll wait and see what happens here. Anthony's losing so much time right now. But yeah, it really comes back to Bristol in a way for me. When Anthony was able to pick up that win. But it was because of lap car, you know, and Eric got all the bonus points. And the 28's in the wall. This might go bad. I'm not gonna lie. It's got that look to go bad. So we're watching him go back down to turn 1 and 2. You do got the 9 up in front of him. Jordan Gonzalez, who runs in 9th place. He's right now 7 laps down to the leader. These guys, only 2 of them are racing for position. It's Mike Springer and Austin Hakes. Do we have an update on 3rd in points right now? It is Austin, correct? I think. Let me check.
4th place in points.
Okay.
Blake is in 3rd.
Okay. So,
but that will change.
Will that change?
That would make Austin in 3rd.
Okay.
And Blake, because he's running 7th. Blake is running 7th, and Austin is running 5th.
Looking at Anthony's times, his times are really slowed down. I mean, compared to some of these other
He's
guys.
all in this traffic.
Yeah.
If I can chime in real quick, looking at the points entering, Blake Griffith had a 5-point lead over Austin for 3rd place, and how they are running right now, I do not believe that will give Austin the point advantage to take 3rd over Blake.
Okay. Because he's only one, well, he's in 5th and Blake's in 7th. That's why only 2 points. And
I know that Blake did lead a lap. I'm not quite sure if Austin led enough, so that would be an extra bonus point towards Blake.
let me check Austin and see if he has. Austin has led a lap.
Okay, so that would mute out, and it would just be based on position.
Okay, so right now it definitely is Blake at the moment for sure. Then.
Correct.
We got a 7-point difference, or 7-second difference between 1st and 2nd. And I'm gonna be honest, looking at the lap times, Eric's still 5 tenths faster. And I'm gonna be honest, Anthony's one of the slowest in the field right now, which I'm gonna be honest, I never thought I'd say. But he said there and told us last week he's not good at Homestead. Even though he's running 2nd, he said there and said he's not good at Homestead. He said last week was a must-win for him, and you can kind of see that. I mean, you know, it's hard to say that against somebody that's running 2nd place. He could be blowing my doors off, no problem. But, you know, I don't think we'll see any more pit stops, correct, David?
No, if they are, it's going to be from people that's not leading the race.
Okay. 17 got in the wall right in front of 15. He is now getting passed. Michael Causey getting passed by Jordan Gonzalez. not for position. So we're coming to 5 laps to go, and we still got to go at least one more lap, and that would, if a caution does come out, that will end it. We'll see here. So coming off turn 4, 5 laps to go at the line for Eric Wolf, who's trying to get his first championship for Dynasty Racing League.
Man, no whammies, no whammies.
Yeah, right. I've never had the chance to run for a championship because I don't run many leagues because I broadcast and stuff like that. But I want to know what's going on in his mind right now, why he's doing this, because he knows 5 laps from now he's a champion. So I mean, and the guys he's champion against, I'm gonna be honest, that's not an easy championship.
It's a hard championship in this series.
It's not a gimme by any means. I mean, there was multiple people that could have won this championship. Austin Hakes was one of them. Honestly, I mean, he was regular season champion for a reason.
If I could chime in real quick, I won a championship on console racing on Xbox, and I gotta tell you, it's really nerve-wracking. You got a lot of thoughts going on in your mind. Your hands are starting to sweat. It's going to be really getting to him. He just has to stay focused and finish out this race strong.
And now we got 5 laps. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All I'm going to say, I mean, I've been to Homestead with a chance in a couple of different leagues with a chance.
Yeah, you
not
had
necessarily
a chance, a few months ago.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, I was eliminated, but it's been a little while. Don't care if he runs it slow or if he doesn't. Don't be surprised if he runs wide one of these turns. I mean, because that's just it. When you know that you're that close, you're trying to hurry and try to get it done so that way least amount of things that can happen.
So, from what I'm hearing, and y'all both can chime in on that as well, James, you sit there and said that you've ran for a championship. Derek, you ran for a championship. At a certain point, I think it's all about adrenaline that kicks in.
Adrenaline's kicked in from the green flag.
Like, if I feel like I know I got a real good chance of winning this thing, especially now we're coming to 3 to go, that's got to be nerve-wracking, like adrenaline-wise. And I could cause mistakes for any of these guys as well.
Mm-hmm. Tell you what, adrenaline's only good for only so much. Adrenaline is good.
Yeah.
When you reach certain points, it turns into bad, because look at me.
That's true, too.
Yeah. I mean, let's just speak it how it is. Too much adrenaline can end up hurting you.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I think, honestly, these guys, they're a million times better than me, so I think that they can. I mean, there's a reason why you get good. It's honestly, I think it is all about controlling your emotions and I just used the word.
You got to stay calm behind the wheel.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether you're running a championship or not. You just can't panic.
So coming out of turn 4, Eric Wolf is going to see the white flag this time. He's got 1.5 miles to go, and he'll be
This will be the longest 31 seconds of his life.
Yeah.
I have to say, for this being the first ever season on iRacing for Dynasty Racing League, this has to be one of the best situations, a 1 point difference for the championship that I've ever seen. And I just want to say a quick thank you to Tatum Bowman for sponsoring this thing. The Navy Chiefs Cup Series. This has been a great season, and none of this could have happened without him and you guys, Trackside Racing Network, for broadcasting this. And I just want to say thank you to you guys and all you have done.
Well, we got a champion, guys. Eric Wolf crosses the line, and I'm going to be honest, you've got to give him a round of applause, and you've got to feel for Anthony Burrows, but I'm going to be honest, Eric Wolf dominated. Like, straight dominated. So, big congratulations to our season champion, Eric Wolf, who crosses the line in P1, 123 laps led. Anthony Burrows and Aaron James crosses in 3rd. That's a good run for Aaron James as well. And here he comes, 84.
Let's get ready for this celebration.
Oh, he's going to plow it.
If he junks it.
He actually did a pretty good job, I'm not going to lie.
Actually, the car don't look too badly damaged by him doing that. Don't be surprised if he's still in here for the next hour and 13 minutes burnt off. What?
Doing burnouts.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's bring in our champion. Let's go ahead and just pull him straight in. We'll get an interview with him. We're got a lot to talk about. Hey Eric, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, I don't know where to start. You're the season champion, man. And you're going to win by, it looks like, 1 point from what we're estimating. First off, let me ask you this. I kind of wanted to start out from the beginning. Talk us through your entire year, not just this race only. Talk us through everything that you had to face this year, your biggest struggle. What's been your biggest disappointment? What's been your biggest win besides now?
Yeah, a lot to go through there. I joined a little bit late in the season, but came out and performed pretty well. And I'd say toughest for me was getting through the road courses. They were pretty difficult. But actually, if I had to attribute one race to this championship, it would be Watkins Glen, because I ran that race and never put a wheel off, never made contact. It was my weak track, but I got 2 bonus points for that, and that's really what put me over the edge here.
Let me ask you a question. You had a chance a couple of weeks ago at Bristol. You had trouble because of the lap car. Last week, Anthony Burrows went on to win Watkins Glen. You finished 4th, which honestly could have been a lot of people thought it was the end of Eric Wolf, let's be honest. You come in here tonight, and Anthony knew he struggled a little bit here at Homestead, and you liked Homestead. Talk us through tonight, man. What was going on in your mind when coming into this race? You knew you had to win. What was the biggest thing coming in?
I just knew it had to be. I did have a perfect race, make no mistakes all night long. And I was really hoping to get pole because he was about as quick as I was, and it was pretty tough to pass. I didn't want to have to try to pass him at any point.
We talked a few moments ago about the key move of the race, and James said it was the pole. Me and Derek and David thought it could have been pit stops because there was no mistakes, and where you waited to pit before, or lap right after Anthony so he would not lead a lap. In your mind, what was the key to this race for you being able, because let's be honest, if he led a lap, he's the champion. What was the biggest moment for you in this race? Was it the pole? Was it something else?
Yeah, I mean, the pole, I think, was the biggest moment because I wouldn't have been able to beat him on the start. It would have taken me 10, 15 laps to track him down if I even could. So the pole was probably the biggest part. But yeah, the pit stops, getting on that access road, carrying a lot of speed and not putting it in the grass was also pretty important.
Was it your strategy to make sure he pitted first?
No, we looked like we were splitting it up about the same. I was going to pit about 2 laps later than him on the first stop, but once he came, I had to cover him because he's going to be 2 seconds quicker lap. And on the second pit stop, the last pit stop, I was going to pit 1 lap after him on 98, but he came 1 earlier than I expected him to, so I had to pit 1 lap earlier for myself.
I found a couple things interesting. I'm sitting here looking at the stats. This is your 5th win, but this is also your 6th pole. And you talked about how big a pole was, so it's not really much of a surprise to really see you get another pole, which ultimately could have been the move of the race. Let's just be real, like we just talked about. What was anything with the car? What was the biggest thing going on with the car as the race went on? Was it getting loose? Was it getting tight? Was you trying to change up your lanes to figure out where the best lane is to run?
No, I had practiced enough. I knew the quickest lane. I never deviated off it unless there was a car in the lane that I was trying to get around. But the most difficult thing, it's a really tight setup, so you had to manage the right front and drive it a little bit differently. But as the tires wore off, it got a little... the rear end went close if you weren't careful.
Well, 2017 Dynasty Racing League champion, man. I'm gonna be honest. You guys put on one heck of a show every week of this chase, and thank you for giving me the honor to broadcast it. And a great run by you, man. Congratulations, shout outs, everything. Go ahead and do it.
All right, thanks a lot, Adam. You do a great job broadcasting. I thank James for inviting me in this league and for all the guys who helped put it together. It's really well organized, a lot of fun to run. I want to thank all the guys who've raced me this year, especially Anthony Burrows. We've been around each other a lot, and he's always raced me clean. Nothing but good things to say about him. It's got to be tough to win 8 races But I mean, he's been fast all year. It won't be the last time you see him up front.
That's for sure, man. Congratulations, buddy. And I know from everybody here, that's a big win. And Derek, you actually got your pick right to who won the championship.
Hey, I'm going to Vegas, baby.
All right.
That's what he
Eric,
said of Texas.
Yeah, he was so happy. I think once he seen you actually was going to hang on to win. So, good job, man.
yeah.
And we'll talk to you here hopefully soon.
All right, thanks, Adam.
Thanks, buddy. All right, let's bring in. This is the interviews I hate doing, man. I hate interviewing people that finish second. Like honestly, especially somebody as good as Anthony. Let's bring him in. Anthony Burrows, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, I was just telling these guys and the broadcast, I hate doing these types of interviews, bringing in somebody that finished second because, man, you was dominant. Let's be honest, throughout the entire season. We talked last week, and you said you struggled at Homestead, and it kind of showed here a little bit tonight. Did you see that as well coming in?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been able to figure this track out. I practiced a lot. Eric's just really good on these tracks. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out for next season. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. This whole season was awesome.
So let me ask you. I know that this is probably a hard one to choose from. You got 8 wins, which is a record for this league because the league is kind of new. But I'm gonna be honest, that's a tough one to beat. 8 wins on the season. Out of your 8 wins, which one sticks out to you the most, in your opinion? Do you have a favorite win?
Definitely last week at Watkins Glen. I mean, I don't think I would have been in this position to compete for the championship if I didn't win that. The way I won it was that was awesome. It was such a good race.
Okay, so there's another question I was going to ask, and we was talking about it during the race with the pit strategy. Was it going through your mind? Because all you had to do was lead one lap. And was it strategy to try to pit early and hoping he would stay out, even an extra lap would help you? What was the thought process trying to get up there to take the lead away and try to lead a lap?
I don't know. I was just trying to pit a little bit early. I don't know. I was kind of expecting him to come down after me. I mean, me and him were, I think, like the only ones on the lead lap. So, yeah, I tried pitting early, and yeah, I didn't really gain much out of it. But yeah, I gave it my all. I tried everything I could.
Did it ever cross your mind to wait until he pitted?
I really wish I would have done that. Looking back on it, like let at least one lap. I think that would have made it a lot closer. I think I could have.
It wouldn't have made it closer. You would have won.
Yeah, you would have won. So that's bad news to break that one to you. I'm sure that one hurts a little bit, but yeah, from what we estimated, Eric won by 1 point, and all you had to do was lead just a lap, and it would went to a tiebreaker, which would have went to you because of the most wins on the season. So I know that's kind of crappy.
Not what you want to hear.
Yeah, I know that's kind of crappy, but still, man, second place, and I'm gonna be honest, you and Eric both have been to class. I don't want to say just you two, and Austin Hakes has been there as well for a lot of races. But you two for the playoffs have been on another level. What was it like, coming into the first of the playoffs? What was it week in and week out? Was there a goal that you was trying to set week in and week out? Was it to go out and try to win every race? Was it to go out and just have decent finishes?
I was just try to beat Eric. I knew he'd be up there. And yeah, that's my main mindset. Just try to beat them. I know I'd be able to get it.
I said earlier in the season, whenever I first interviewed you, whenever you won your first race with me broadcasting, that you're probably one of the most talented drivers in here, and I still mean that. You're very awesome to watch. I'm gonna be honest, and I don't know how you was willing the car like you was coming off turn 4. That was amazing. We watched you for a long time doing that. That's pretty cool. So, man, second place. I know it's not what you want to hear, but is there anybody you want to give shout-outs to for the entire season?
Just huge shout out to Eric. I mean, it was a ton of fun to race with this season. Austin, just really everyone in this league. It was a lot of fun. Huge shout out to you guys for putting on the broadcast. Just everyone putting on this league. It was an awesome season. So
good job, man. And I know it wasn't the finish you wanted tonight, but still, Can't be too mad about it. Second place is always a good thing, especially when it's been you two week in and week out. So good job, and hopefully we'll talk to you next season, and it's going to be fun to watch.
Yes.
Thanks, buddy. Next up, let's bring in Aaron James. Is he in here? He is not. So what I want to do... Oh, there he is. I lied. He is in here. Look, I was getting all excited. Hey, Aaron, you got me? Aaron James, you got me? I don't think he's there, guys. All right, so that's okay. I got another interview I was wanting to do. James, you got me?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So let's do a little bit of talking because I've been wanting to get this in kind of for the past few weeks, and we really haven't got it in. First off, Dynasty Racing League. Let's start off from the beginning. Tell us how it came about. First off.
Dynasty Racing League was a council league that I started up back in 2012 on the Xbox on NASCAR the Game 2011, and it's been continuing ever since. And this past May, I decided to bring it on to iRacing to expand our league platforms.
All right. Now, of course, you got different admins that help you every week, and I don't know if you got all the stuff in front of you or not, but tell us what you have going on right now that you guys are working on, you and your admin team, for future seasons, future races, or anything like that.
Well, right now, starting on November 21st, we have the Winter Series starting up. It'll be in the trucks. Our plan is to have 2 splits. We're going to have a higher IR bracket and then a lower I rating bracket, and then we're going to take the top 20 from both splits and put them into a main event to have everybody showcase the talents against one another and give everybody the chance to race against more people. Okay,
so all in all this season, let's break this season down a little bit. Of course, you racing the season as well. All in all, out of 10, what do you rate this season to be?
Out of 10, I know we started off with a little struggles, but being the first season ever, I kind of expected it. But overall, I believe this was a solid 8. We had a lot of good racing, a lot of green flag runs, a lot of talented drivers. And I know that this is going to carry over into 2018 when we expand to 3 series, the Cup, Xfinity, and Trucks, and it's going to be better than ever.
And you're still recruiting for them series. How can people go about joining?
People can either contact me on iRacing, Facebook, or on our website. We have a driver application form. You can find it on the homepage and submit an application, and we will get back to you within 48 hours and assign you to a roster.
First off, I'm going to be honest with you guys. When I first started broadcasting with you, I was like, I don't know what it's going to be like, because you never know coming into a league. You never know if it's going to be filled with cautions and all that. I'm going to be completely honest. You guys have by far surpassed my expectations, and it's only gotten better. I'm saying this right now. It's one of the best leagues that we broadcast because the work that I watch you guys put into this is beyond amazing to me. I mean, you guys literally, and I'm on the Discord. We're on Discord right now. You guys literally talk constantly about what to make the league better, and I really, you gotta appreciate that, man. So I gotta give a shout out to you, and a thank you to you and your admin team that you put together. You guys have made a fun season and a fun series to watch, and I like watching it. So thank you for that, and I hope it continues to grow for you guys.
Absolutely. I think we found a good core group of drivers, and I'm very thankful you took the opportunity and the risk to broadcast us, and I hope that it benefited both of us, and I hope our partnership will continue to grow.
That's for sure. All right, so let's get an interview with Aaron James. 3rd place tonight. Aaron, you got a copy?
Yeah, you got me.
I got you, man. All right, so let me ask you. 3rd place tonight, not bad, honestly. You started 13th, and I'm going to be honest. I didn't see you finish in top 3. I'm just being straight up honest with you. Because you kind of struggled a little bit in the playoffs. But tonight, you put a race together and it worked out good. Talk us through your night, man. That was a fun one.
Yeah, it was good. We don't have short run speed, and I'm not good on restarts. I feel good in the car on the long runs. Unfortunately, we didn't really have a whole lot of opportunities this year to show that. But we're gonna work on our restarts. I saw, I got freight train last week at Texas at the end there.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that one. First off, I got to tell you, your paint scheme by far my favorite out of everybody in here. Um, but talk us through your season, man. You started 14 races, top five 2 times, not bad. Now 3 times. You led quite a few laps. You actually had quite a few top tens, 5 top 10s. Laps led. I actually seen it and I lost it. But talk us through your season altogether, man. Are you happy? Can you improve from this season to the next?
I'm not really happy with my performance, but when the season started, I figured out pretty quick that I wasn't going to be anywhere near the fastest car. Right. So we just kind of focused on improving, and I feel like that's something we did well. I feel a lot more comfortable in the car and on the track than I did at the start. So I'm happy with the improvement, and we know what we need to work on for next season. Hopefully we can show them something.
I'm sitting here looking at the most laps actually ran by a driver. You're actually pretty solid. You're in the top 10 most laps most laps ran by a driver. And I know, and you had a lot of bad luck this year. There was some things that you got involved in that was not your fault, and we've seen it time and time again. Is that something that you could try to improve on by putting yourself in a better position so you don't have to worry about getting caught up in stuff?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. There's a lot of, I'll call them fights I shouldn't have taken, just racing for something that there really wasn't in a point racing for. And, like you said, we'd get caught up. So decision making will be a little better next year.
Man, still 13th tonight, and this is no easy track. So congratulations on a good top 3 finish, and that's a big finish for you. You led 5 laps as well, and I'm gonna be honest, we actually talked about you during the broadcast, and we even mentioned there is a chance that guys should worry a little bit because of the tires and stuff like that. You had a little bit fresher tires, but anyway, 3rd place tonight, man. Anybody you want to give shout outs to for the whole season or anything like that?
Yeah, thanks to James and Ryan and Tater for letting us come out here and do this. Thank you to you guys at Trackside. You guys do an awesome job broadcasting the race. And thank you to all our sponsors, Total Car Care. And thanks. My dad and my uncle have actually tuned in and watched every race we've done on the broadcast. That's awesome. Big shout out to them, supporting us and everything.
For sure, man. That's always important. It's always cool to, whenever your family tunes in and watches and supports you. That's always pretty cool to watch or know that. So, good job, man. And next year, go out there and see. You got something because you didn't make the playoffs by accident. So, go out there and see if you can improve next season, man. Good run, and we'll talk to you soon.
So, yes.
Thanks, bud. All right, David and Derek. Thoughts on this race and thoughts on the season?
Well, for me, I thought it was a really good race. We knew it was going to be a 2-man show. I'm kind of disappointed that Burroughs didn't win it, but I got to give it to Eric. He did what he had to do. He made sure Anthony didn't lead that one lap. So, you got to give it to him.
Yeah, I agree. Derek?
Kind of on the same lines, kind of. Very good race. Only had the one yellow for 130 laps. That's pretty good. That's something we've come to expect from this league. Sorry about that. Honestly, you've already mentioned, I did call Eric to win the championship, and I don't say I'm going to Vegas for nothing. Hashtag I'm famous. Take me to Vegas, baby. Because you know what? I'm going and I'm making money. But besides that, it's been a great season since I've been here.
Well, I kind of mentioned it to James when I was telling him, these guys, they're class acts. I'm not gonna lie. They're really good people in this league, and the group of guys. I know David, you're a part of the league as well. James has honestly put together one of the classiest leagues I've ever broadcasted in the history of my broadcast. And I'm not taking nothing away from all the other guys. I'm not shouting them down by any means when I say that, because all the ones we broadcast, for the most part, are really good. But the way James has honestly put together this group is so class acts. They bared with me through some stuff. I'm not going to lie. I've had my trouble, and they was really patient with us from a broadcast standpoint. So I got to give him a shout out. Tonight's race was fantastic. Honestly, how did you expect it to end? I mean, let's just be real. It's always drama with these two guys, Eric and Anthony. You do got to feel for Anthony. I'm going to be honest. I picked Anthony to win the championship. You do got to feel for Anthony, though. I mean, he's led, won 8 races this season, and unfortunately comes up short. But that's racing, and you got to move on and get ready for next season. So, guys, that's going to wrap up our season and our broadcast for the Dynasty Racing League. Keep in mind, here in a couple weeks, David Wellborn will be broadcasting the Winter Series. We'll have it. We'll give you the link on our Facebooks and stuff like that, and you all can follow him. You'll get to see me win. And Derek crash, which is always fun. So,
yeah.
Thanks everybody again for making this season what it is. Thank you, Dynasty, for having us. That's an awesome privilege to broadcast these races. Take care, everybody. God bless. Have a great night, and we will talk to you all soon. Sorry, what? Good talk. Flag is in the air here at New Hampshire. New Hampshire, when this race continues, things can change in an instant at day 7. Thomas Showers Jr. did get his lap back. There he goes, celebrating tonight at day